Yo, what's up everyone? It's Legacy Shinobi here, back with another epic what if. Today, we're diving into what if Naruto became the master of sealing jutsus. Imagine Naruto mastering the ancient art of Fuin Jutsu, surpassing even the legendary Uzumaki clan in their prime. How would this unparalleled skill change his battles, his relationships, and even the future of the shinobi world? You already know this one's going to be packed with strategy and some jaw-dropping twists. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're enjoying these what-ifs. Alright, no more waiting. Let's jump straight into the story. An area deep inside Naruto's mind. Wake up, Naruto, wake up. A small body of a blonde-haired boy woke up without a sound. Not a yelp of surprise or a change of his emotionless face. You finally woke up. Mod thought you wouldn't be here until you're strong, or at least 18 years of age. A comment like this would have set our young Naruto Uzumaki into an outburst of rage, but oddly enough he felt indifferent to the comment, and not only that he couldn't feel baffled, it was like he had no emotions. Young Naruto knows he has feelings, he can feel it in his gut, but expressing it was difficult, like it's there, but not usable. Mod knows you understand confusion and not feel it. It's because Mod is your emotions, well more like your ordinary or moderate feelings. Naruto finally turned to the voice that sounded cheerful and well-felt, surprised to see himself except for the fact that his other self had forest green eyes and pupil shape to look like a 5-point star. Also the fact that his other self had white slack pants and a long selved white shirt. No shoes at all. Mod knows surprising, right? Mod's wearing something other than that damned orange jumpsuit. Well, whatever. Mod is Mod or Ord. Mod is your ordinary or moderate feelings. Mod said that already. Well, that doesn't matter. Mod said, smiling a blinding smile. Naruto nodded with a face of indifference. Hey, don't forget to introduce us to Mod, another voice said with a hint of annoyance and irked. Naruto turned to see another one of him, except he had black hair, hate-filled red eyes, and an outfit that had black umbu pant, black sandals with what seems to have red belt with studs wrapped up to his calves, two fingerless gloves that stopped at his upper arm with red belts with studs wrapped around them. Hey, idiot self, I'm Minma or mild. I'm only part of your stronger emotions when you feel hateful, revenge, or vengeful, Minma said with a smirk. Naruto nodded, still with a face of indifference. Hello, I'm STR or Sage. I am your stronger emotions, as in lust, love, and being attached to someone. And I'll let you know that those feelings go deeper like Minma's hate. Lust goes into perversion, devoted, worshipping, and affection, Sage said with a small smile that seems to calm the bickering Mod and Minma. Naruto, all you have to do accept us. We all have the same emotions, just to a different level to it. Your emotions want you to have us so you can reach EI. EI meaning emotional intelligence. You will be plenty more intelligent, only to the point you understand things easier. You have to educate yourself and also try sealing because you will understand it more than you think, Sage said before kissing Naruto's forehead and disappearing from his sight. Well, Mod hopes you have a great day, Narukin. Also, Mod will be transferring some useful jutsu like the puppy dog eye no jutsu, innocent watery eyes no jutsu, and third person no jutsu. Goodbye now, Mod will miss you, Narukin, Mod said, smiling happily, and then kisses Naruto's cheek and disappearing from his sight. Well, kid, I'll miss you too. And I will be transferring all my Ki to you, so you can protect yourself long enough to get stronger. We'll see you, kid, Minma said with a small smile before kissing Naruto's hand and disappearing. Before Naruto opened his eyes, he realized change on his body. His usually dark blue sky eyes were now icy blue with specks of purple. His usually tan skin was now fair, and his whisker scars were slightly deeper. Outside his mind, Naruto's small, disheveled 6-year-old body moved into a calm, curled-up position before getting up with a small smile adorned on his face. Naruto smiled a little wider and shot off his bed and bolted out his small apartment and onto Konoha Street with great speed. Naruto ran at full speed that was at high chunin or low jounin speed straight to the Hokage's tower. When he saw the front door, he bolted inside and past the front desk lady still at full speed and into the Hokage's office, not noticing two other jounin inside as he pretty much jumped onto the Hokage's desk. Jiju one ta learn Fuin Jutsu and become as stronger than in Unils. Naruto said so quickly that Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, didn't understand him, but he just chuckled. Naruto, slow down. What did you say? Hiruzen asked the blonde-haired boy. Naruto took in a few breaths before repeating more slow. Gigi, I want to learn Fuin Jutsu and become stronger than anyone else. Naruto said calmly so Hiruzen can understand. And did he understand? The third Hokage couldn't believe that Naruto wanted to learn Fuin Jutsu at such a young age. Hiruzen had that Naruto wouldn't want to learn or be interested in Fuin Jutsu until he was at the age of 1,718 years of age. Now, why do you want to learn Fuin Jutsu, Naruto? Hiruzen asked the blonde-haired boy with an eyebrow lifted. Naruto smiled widely, already knowing what he was going to say will surprise his Gigi. I was going home after the academy because I was really tired all of a sudden when I left. But when I went home, my apartment door was still locked even after I used a key. But that's when I noticed some chakra on my locks preventing me from going inside. I thought it would be hard to take off the seal and was debating if I should ask for help, but I was too tired and it felt like I was going to pass out. I don't remember doing much since I was pretty much brain dead, but I do remember read a little bit of the inscriptions and unlocking my door before passing out on my bed. Naruto explained thoroughly with a smug smile as he see the Hokage's surprised face. And although Naruto didn't see it, but a dangerous glint flashed across the Hokage's and a couple of the ninjas' face. Sure, Naruto. Here, take these 4 sealing books. Hiruzen said, pulling the 4 books from seemingly nothing. Naruto looked at the hard dark red cover that says Understanding Sealing. The Basics by Ku. With a face full of mirth, Naruto smiled serenely. Arigato, Gigi. Naruto said with so much sincerity and emotion that even Sarutobi, the third Hokage, couldn't help but smile sadly. Naruto saw this and decided to use third-person no jutsu. Gigi Naruken just noticed the other 2 in the room. Who are they? Naruken wants to know? Naruto asked with wide icy blue eyes with a small pout. Hiruzen Sarutobi was a lot of things. God of Shinobi, the professor, and monkey. He dealt with more than more war. He witnessed the death of the Yondaime Hokage and watched his students each leave Konohagakure. But this is different. The blonde-haired boy spoke so cutely, and his bright blue eyes showed so much innocence that he felt compelled to do as the 6-year-old boy says. Well, you heard him. What's your names? Sarutobi demanded more than asked. Anko was holding herself for pouncing on the cute little kid who somehow made the god of Shinobi do as he said. The same could be said for a one-eyed Cyclops who was blushing from the cuteness. But those 3 weren't the only ones. The umbu in the room hand a hand over their mouth to keep from have a group for the cute blonde. Name's Mitarashi Anko Gaki. Anko said with a small blush on her cheeks. My name is Hatake Kakashi Naruto. Kakashi said also with a small blush on his cheeks. Naruto inwardly smirked before deciding to throw the final blow. Arigato. Naruken is really happy. Naruto said with a blinding smile. They all thought the same thing. He's so cute. And by the time they got out their trance, Naruto was gone running home. 1 month later, Naruto Uzumaki never thought that he would make it so far in such a small amount of time. He knew plenty about seals. He's at level 7 of 20 levels of sealing. He just finished a time-space seal. It's used to stop time in a scroll. 5 days in the real world is only 3 seconds in the time-space sealing scroll. Naruto was halfway done from reading level 7 of sealing, and he decided that today he was going to unlock his chakra. Although he needs to unlock his chakra to be able to do seals, but he realized that when his chakra was unlocked, his chakra was only spilling a very little bit of it, causing him to have sucky chakra reserves and sucky chakra control. Naruto got up from the living room floor and sat down on his bed before meditating. Naruto sat there leveling out his breathing before hearing a slight buzzing noise. Mindscape. When Naruto opened up his eyes, he was in front of a gigantic ball of nearly white chakra that was chained closed, with a few seals on the chains and chakra itself. Naruto let out an irritated sigh, escaped his pink lips when he saw the seals on his chakra, and looking close he noticed quickly most were to kill him. Naruto sat back into a meditating pose before focusing on the QB's seal. When Naruto opened his eyes, he realized he was in a sewer with one long hall. With a small smile on his face, he began walking towards the end of the hall, and what he was met with was a beautiful female with 9 tails. So my jailer finally came to see me, the woman said with an annoyed scowl on her face. Naruto wasn't expecting this, but it'll do. With no fear, Naruto walked up to the cage and floated up to the seal on the cage and examined it with calculative look before sighing and inwardly nod once. He saw it kept a tight hold on the QB's influence and chakra. What the hell are you doing to the seal? The woman demanded with a glare, and letting some ki out, Naruto smiled before floating down to the ground. Well, I originally came here to fully unlock my chakra reserves, but I seem to be unable to do so. Naruto explained dryly. The woman snorted. You can't unlock chakra partly, unless someone skilled enough did it without killing the user, she said with an annoyed scowl on her face. Naruto nodded with a frown. That's right. But a man Danzo said he'd help me unlock my chakra 3 years ago and was the only one to do it, meaning my chakra is pretty much extremely limited, Naruto explained with an irritated grunt. The fox woman looked at him with no scowl this time but a big frown. What the hell is on your chakra reserves then, Kit? Asked the QB with a serious face. Naruto scowled. Sealing chains obviously made from Danzo. It seals off 9/10 portion of my chakra. Then there is a seal on my chakra reserves that will kill me if I use too much. One to kill me if I left the village without permission from Danzo. Another one to slow down my learning in anything. Another one to change my blood into someone else's if someone try to run test on me and get prof that my parents are Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. One to slow down my body process, meaning if I work out it'll work badly, I won't be able to grow muscle. One to reframe you and me to communicate without me in my mindscape. And last one to seal away my real feelings, but I already dealt with that one. Naruto explained, pissed off as he walks back and forth in front of the cage. The QB said nothing and showed a face of indifference, but mental she's just as pissed off as Naruto. That's why I came here with a deal for you and I, Naruto said while trying to calm down. The QB growled before squinting her eyes. There is no way in hell I'm going to let you use my chakra. The woman seethed. Naruto waved off the killing intent as if was nothing. Somehow to him Minma's Ki was a 2x more malicious, hateful, and fearful. No, I'm not taking your chakra. I'm making a deal. ***, my deal is simple as this. I rip off some of the seal off, and you have access to my body. If you have access to my body, that means you can overpower the seals on my chakra reserves, and that gives me full access, Naruto explained with a serious face. The fox woman looked at him with indifference. What's in it for me, Kit? Cause my help obviously isn't free, the fox woman demanded with a glare, not even trying to use Ki knowing he wasn't affected by it. If you help me with my problem, I'll help with yours. I will unseal you when I'm strong enough to protect myself, and also put a seal on you so no one will be able to seal you. And if there is someone who try to seal you, another seal I'll make in the near future will automatically seal you in me until you feel it's safe to leave my stomach again, Naruto explained with a small smile. The QB looked at the boy with no emotion. She wanted to believe that this boy will not break his end of the deal but couldn't bring herself to trust the boy. And if you are worried about me breaking my end of the deal, don't worry, I have better thing to do than lie to an entity that can kill me during the process of extraction, Naruto said with a bored expression. The QB growled before giving a sigh. Fine, I will try to believe that you can get me out of here. Also, how do you know who your parents are? I doubt that old senile Hokages of yours told you, the woman said, or asked with genuinely curious. I've been sending Kage Bunshin to the academy, and since I learn what they do when they dispel, I learned the 4th Hokage killed the strongest demon, the QB no Yoko. But you're inside me, so there's that, and also there are only 2 blondes in the whole entire village, and I look like a carbon copy of the Yondaime Hokage. Also, there was only one Uzumaki here other than me, and that was Kushina Uzumaki. Not only that, only 3 Uzumakis held you, which was Mito Uzumaki, Kushina Uzumaki, and then me, so that was also obvious, and if you look at my face well enough, you can tell I have her face, Naruto explained with a wide grin on his face. The QB no Yoko was surprised that he was able to figure that out with such little information. Naruto looked at the QB's face before sighing inwardly. Also, what's your name? I mean, I know QB isn't your name, Naruto asked with curious eyes. The QB sighed before smiling. My name is Kazara Kitsune, Kazara said. Kazara. Hell, it's a beautiful name, Kazara, Naruto said with a small smile on his face. Naruto smiled before floating up to the seal on the cage and examined the amount of the seal he should rip off. While Naruto was seeing how much to rip off, he didn't see Kazara blush slightly at the complaint he threw at her. Naruto smiled a little wider when he caught sight of a part that can rip off. Naruto placed his hand halfway on the seal paper before using his other hand and added chakra to his finger and cut the outline of his hand and ripped the rest off. Okay, let's get those damn seals off me so I can find a way to repay you, Naruto said, smiling happily. Kazara smiled a little before using some of her chakra to stream out and reached his chakra reserves. Naruto smiled while following Kazara's chakra. When Naruto and the chakra made it to his chakra reserves, Kizara shot her chakra at every seal and made her chakra rust the seal chains on Naruto's pure white chakra. When all the seals on his chakra reserves were unlocked, his chakra flowed over to him calmly and wrapped around him. And when Naruto felt the chakra around himself, he felt warm and calm. And Naruto noticed that was taller. As tall as an 8-year-old, and his face structure looked that of his dad, and his blonde hair, instead of being spiked up, was limp, and his eyes were calm but cold. Naruto smirked before making his way towards Kizara's cage, but stopped and sat down and thought of Kizara's cage and teleported in front of her. "Kid?" Kizara asked, uncertain about the boy in front of her. Naruto smiled before nodding with a small laugh. "Yeah, I'm still Naruto Uzumaki," Naruto said with a small smirk on his face. "How about I change this setting? A pretty fox like you don't deserve to be in the sewers," Naruto said, smiling before closing his eyes and imagine a big clearing with a giant cherry blossom tree, not even realizing he made Kizara blush for the second time today. "There," Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely. "What do you think?" Naruto asked, looking behind him. Kizara looked at the giant with awe. The seal was on the tree, and instead of being in a cage, she had a collar that was long but attached to Naruto's wrist. "Kizara?" Naruto asked, beginning to frown as he looked at the woman's face. "I'm sorry, I should have." Naruto was cut off by Kizara hugging him to her chest as she whispered, "Thank you," over and over again. Naruto smiled softly and hugged her back and whispered, "Ah, you're welcome." Kizara let him go after a few minutes before walking over to the sakura tree and sitting under it with a relaxed expression on her face. Naruto smiled before moving over next to her and leaned against the tree. "I will be leaving you on your own now. Until next time, Kizara," Naruto whispered to the woman, who smiled softly and nodded. "Until next time, Naruto." Outside his mind, Naruto opened his eyes and felt his chakra reserves keeping him warm and calm. But not even 1 minute later, Naruto shot up and started reading from where he left off. 6 months later, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze looked at the academy with boredom. The academy really bothered him to no end, and it's not the academy that bothers him. It's the fact he has been being watched during the academy by both Umbu and academy students. And no, not just any academy student. It was Sasuke Uchiha, the tomato-loving, other brother-loving Sasuke. Has he attempted to walk up to Naruto at all? No, that's what is bothering him to no end. But since the first month, he couldn't stand it and greeted him as enigmatic as possible. Then we're back to the Umbu. They have been following him more often than usual. Naruto can shake them off simply, but make sure not to do anything stupid or suspicious. But disappearing in general is suspicious, but decided to keep doing that. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze had a hinge on, so he looked like he did the first time he entered the academy, and his seal process had been slowed down drastically from doing seals every day and learning more to being careful to make sure Umbu or his Gigi came by to see him. "I can't wait for graduation." Okay, class, today is the graduation exam to Bekaminga Ninja. I hope you are all ready. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze liked abundance of thing, food, seals, girls, teachers, heck, even the villagers. But he cannot stand being watched by Umbu. Well, Danzo's Umbu. Naruto made this discovery when he turned 8 years old. He was getting tired of the Umbu. Watching him, he decided Shunshin to his stalker, but only found an Umbu with an all-white mask. And before he can say anything, they Shunshin away from Naruto. After that, it stopped. "Okay, everyone, we're going to start the written exam part of the exam. Once everyone has a test, and I say start, you may begin the test," Irika explained with a serious face before giving the papers to Mizuki, who handed out to everyone. Naruto acted depressed when he heard written exam. Naruto had a hinge on making him 4 feet 11 inches 12-year-old with spiky blonde hair and crystal blue eyes, with a scratchy, loud, and rough voice. And Naruto also acted like a loud-mouthed idiot who was in love with the smartest kunoichi, Sakura Haruno. Naruto never really liked his mask, but it's what's keeping him alive, and what is turning his everyday chases into laughing at Umbu, who couldn't even catch him. Naruto had grown up as simple as that. Without his hinge was a young male of 5 feet 7 inches and the age of 16 with limp blonde hair, icy calm but cold blue eyes, with a smooth, husky, but firm voice, and Naruto likes to entertain women. Also because Kizara wanted him to be used to entertaining a woman just in case. Kizara never really explained. All she did was smile before ignoring him. When Naruto got his test, he immediately sensed the genjutsu on the paper. With a look of indifference, Naruto dispelled the weak genjutsu and did his test in record time before getting up and giving the test paper to Irika Sensei to check. 1. Because Irika is a nice teacher, and 2. because Mizuki would just add another genjutsu on his test. Iruka was surprised to say the least. Naruto was the first one to finish. The student that always complained about the simplest things and always running away from the academy to avoid going, was done first. Iruka was even more surprised when he saw the most intelligent answers that maybe Itachi Uchiha can muster during his academy years. After 1 hour, Iruka finally spoke up, "Okay, class, pencils down." Naruto yawned when he saw his classmates get up and give their written exams to either Iruka Sensei or Mizuki. "Hey dope, you're supposed to turn in your test." An idiot, also known as Kiba Inuzuka, shouted at Naruto, who sighed at his idiocy. "Hey dog, breathe, my paper isn't in front of me, so it means I'm done," Naruto said with a small frown before smiling brightly, then laughed. "Hey dog, breathe. Don't tell me you thought that was hard," Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely before laughing, while inwardly sighing at his mask. It was too loud and ignorant for him. "What? It wasn't hard," Kiba shouted with an embarrassed, flushed red face. Naruto smirked knowingly. "Oh really, is that why when Iruka Sensei said give him your test you started writing fast and being the last one to turn it in?" Naruto stated more than asked. Kiba's face turned a dark red before making a HMFB sound and ignoring Naruto, whose face softened at the childlike innocent Kiba can still show, even if most of these students will turn out to be assassins or murderers. "Cut it out, you too." Okay, we're moving on to the taijutsu portion of the exam, so everyone outside to the training ground, Iruka Sensei said with a small smile on his face as he made his way towards the door. Every student followed diligently to the academy training grounds, buzzing in excitement. "Okay, I'm going to call your name, and you will have to last a fight with Mizuki or myself for at least 1 minute. Got it?" Iruka Sensei said before pausing for a moment. "Good. First up is..." It went like this for a while, a student's name being called, some barely lasting for a good 10 seconds, other lasting the minute. "Sasuke Uchiha, don't forget only taijutsu is to be used. If you use anything other than taijutsu like ninjutsu, you automatically fail this portion of the exam." Iruka Sensei explained again for the last Uchiha. Sasuke hemmed before walking into the circle and getting into a obvious Uchiha taijutsu stance with a smirk. Mizuki smiled at Sasuke and got into the academy taijutsu stance and waited for Iruka to say begin. And I suck at fighting scenes. I might even look up fighting scenes so I don't have to write/type it. Hajime. Sasuke dashed forward with good speed and tried to punch Mizuki in the gut, who jumped and over Sasuke and tried to do a background kick to Sasuke's head, but Sasuke used Mizuki kick to use his leverage to kick him back a little and backflip away, creating distance. Naruto watched the fight with a calculative look before sighing. Sasuke fighting style is good, but it's incomplete. "Okay, you two stop. Sasuke, great job, you defeated Mizuki in 56 seconds. Iruka Sensei said, smiling at the Uchiha. Sasuke smirked before walking past Naruto and bumping his shoulder. "Try to beat that dope," Sasuke said with a smirk and glare. Naruto smiled before waiting for his name to be called. Last but not least, Naruto Uzumaki. "No ninjutsu, just pure taijutsu. Got it, good." Iruka Sensei explained again, smiling softly at Naruto. Naruto smiled before nodding. Mizuki hid a scowl before getting into a taijutsu stance that obviously wasn't the academy's stance. Naruto smiled falsely and got into a lazy taijutsu stance, not caring for Mizuki's obvious hate. Hajime. Mizuki ran forward and aimed a kick at Naruto. Iruka Sensei and Naruto's classmates were gobsmacked at what they just witnessed. Naruto, the supposed dead last, won a fight with Mizuki and beat the Rookie of the Year. Great job, Naruto. You defeated Mizuki in 34 seconds. Iruka exclaimed while smiling proudly at Naruto and what he displayed. Mizuki scowled before getting up from the floor and walking up to Iruka with a strained smile. Naruto smirked knowingly before shaking his head and walking back to the other students with a large smile. Naruto smirked at Sasuke. "Seems that I did do better than you, team," Naruto said, smug face, before turning around to listen to Iruka Sensei. Sasuke scowled at Naruto before a small, unseen smile appeared on his face before disappearing as fast as it appeared. Okay, we're moving on to the kunai and shuriken throwing. Choji got 7 out of 10, Shikamaru got 6 out of 10, Kiba got 6 out of 10, Shino got 8 out of 10, Sasuke got 9 out of 10, Naruto got 10 out of 10, Ino got 7 out of 10, Sakura got 6 out of 10, and Hinata got 8 out of 10 for the kunai throwing. Choji got 6 out of 10, Shikamaru got 6 out of 10, Kiba got 5 out of 10, Shino got 7 out of 10, Sasuke got 8 out of 10, Naruto got 10 out of 10, Ino got 6 out of 10, Sakura got 5 out of 10, and Hinata got 8 out of 10 for the shuriken throwing. Great job, class. Now let's head inside for the ninjutsu portion of the exam. Irika Sensei said with a small smile on his face. Some of the students cheered with excitement hearing this, and others were trying to keep their lunch down hearing they had to do ninjutsu. Naruto smiled a little before walking into the academy and into class with his classmates. Once again, everyone went one at a time into a different room. Some of the students coming out of the exam room with a different color variety of the Hitayats smiling happily, and some coming out with frowns, and some that just didn't care. Beat that dead last. I'm a ninja now, Kiba shouted when he came in the classroom. Naruto smiled and nodded in acknowledgement. Well, dog breath, as much of an overconfident prick you can be. Hey, I hope I at least be on teams with you, Kiba, Naruto said, smiling widely. Kiba smiled a little wider and nodded. Yeah, I can say the same to you, Naruto, Kiba said before pausing for a moment and sat next to Naruto and started a conversation. The conversation was over when Sasuke came in with a black Hitayat on his forehead. Dope, your turn, he said, sitting to the left of Naruto, who nodded and jumped down from his spot into the front. Good luck, dead last, Kiba shouted with a giant smile on his face. Don't worry, this'll be easy, Naruto shouted back and ran out of the classroom and down the hall and into the examination room. Okay, Naruto, all you have to do is the transformation jutsu, replacement jutsu, and clone jutsu, Irika Sensei explained to Naruto with a small smile on his face. Naruto nodded with a frown before doing the hand signs. Transformation jutsu. Naruto transformed into the 4th Hokage and smiled at the 2 surprised examiners before waving leisurely. Naruto dropped the jutsu and moved on to the next jutsu, doing hand signs once again for the replacement jutsu. Replacement jutsu. Naruto disappeared from Irika Sensei and Mizuki, but Mizuki disappeared too and was replaced to where Naruto was, and Naruto was sitting next to Irika. Irika chuckled before looking at Naruto and nodded for him to continue. Getting up from the chair, he moved to the front, and Mizuki scowled before shunshin to his seat and sat down. Irika Sensei, can I do a different shadow clone Hokage Gigi taught me? He said I can use it in the exam because my chakra reserves are too big to make a normal shadow clone. Naruto asked/explained. Irika looked surprised by Naruto's question before nodding. Kagebunshin no jutsu. 20 Narutos appeared with a POF of smoke, and Irika and Mizuki were gobsmacked by this. He couldn't make a normally ranked clone, but he can make a branked clone, was Irika's thought once he noticed they were solid. Mizuki was a different story. He didn't believe demons of the like of Naruto could do something like this. He clenched his fist but kept a stoic face. He scowled when he noticed Naruto smirked at him almost knowingly as he walked up to the table and got a crimson-red Hitayat and tied it loosely around his neck and walked out with a quick bye. Naruto, you can do a different jutsu for a bonus, Irika Sensei said, smiling. Naruto shook his head negative. Nah, I'm good, Naruto said with disinterest. Irika was slightly disappointed but smiled widely when he realized that his favorite student passed this year. Congratulations, Naruto. You passed? Irika exclaimed while smiling proudly at Naruto. Naruto smiled and exclaimed a "finally" and ran out the examination room. When Naruto opened his classroom door, he was greeted with students talking, excitement shining in their eyes as they on occasion point to their Hitayat excitedly. Naruto walked up to Kiba with a smirk. Hey dog, breathe, I guess you're not the only one to pass, Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely before laughing at Kiba's surprised face before he joined in on the laugh as well. Oh, shut it, dead last. We both know I'm the best out of the 2 of us, Kiba said with a small smirk on his face. Keep telling your delusional self that, Naruto said with a snicker. Kiba scowled, and before he can say anything, Mizuki and Irika came in. Naruto zoned out once Irika Sensei started talking. Naruto loves the man like an older brother, but Kami, he didn't want to hear him talk about how well his students did and how some would be back next year. Team 7 Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, yes, love conquers all, beat that Ino pig, and Naruto Uzumaki, your sensei is Hatake Kakashi. Enolo! Everyone covered their ears from the pink banshee screeching and groaned. Naruto sighed inwardly before putting his mask to use. I'm on the same team as Sakura-kun, believe it, Naruto shouted with his infamous grin. Some grown others chuckled. Naruto wasn't pleased with who he had to work with. He can stand Sasuke because all he needs is a little bashing before understanding he isn't all that important, and there will be people who don't like him, and that his older brother probably didn't kill his clan out for hate. If anything, they probably got killed because someone ordered his brother to. Sakura though? She is a little helpless. Okay, bullshit, she's hella helpless as well as useless. She's always fawning over a boy we all know she'll never get. She fights with her best friend that probably not her best friend anymore. The girl is weak. Sakura Haruno is the weakest kunoichi Naruto has ever met and never wants to know. But he has to know now because they're teammates. And if you can't trust your teammates on simple things like your family, then how in the hell will you trust them on a mission to protect the occupant or you? Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze put down his head and thought, Kazara, do you think it's time to tell old man what happened to me? I won't even have to tell him I saw you. Naruto asked in his mind to Tenet. It was silent for a second. Yeah, I think you should. But tell your teammates first. You did say you don't like lying and you have for 6 years. Besides, I always wanted to give that old man a heart attack. Kazara said with a fox-like grin. Naruto chuckled inwardly before nodding with small laugh inwardly. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And I always wanted to do that too. Naruto said inwardly, smirking at Kazara. I knew I wasn't the only one, Kazara said, snickering. Naruto smiled before looking up. You will meet your senseis first thing next week. Try to make their jobs easy. Irika Sensei said, smiling at the new generation of ninja. Let the battle of rising the ranks begin. Naruto was livid. He has been waiting to get out of this hellhole for months, maybe even years. Even if he technically was never there, he didn't like it to a certain extent. If you are curious about what our dear protagonist is venting about, it's the academy. Naruto has been so happy to leave that he got up extra early to leave with his new sensei and probably learn something new along the way. But where the hell is our sensei? He was supposed to be here 2 hours ago. Naruto shouted with irritation as he shot up from his seat and stand up on the desk. And although Sakura didn't like Naruto in any shape, size, or form, she couldn't agree more. HN was Sasuke's reply. Naruto was going to start yelling his sensei name but stopped. He took a couple of deep breaths and sat back down in his and listened. Kiyosase Arera. I'm Buri Reed. Naruto exclaimed in his mind. Naruto Koi. Shut up and let me sleep. Kazara mumbled tiredly. Naruto eyebrows furrowed and he frowned deeply, closing his eyes and putting his head on his desk and concentrate on his seal. Mindscape. Naruto Uzumaki was many things, but an idiot was not one of them. So when he heard how tired Kazara's voice had sounded, knew instantly that something was wrong. Naruto opened his eyes and he realized that his head was on something soft. Turning to face upwards, he noticed instantly that he was on Kazara's lap. Kazara? Naruto asked with a calm, yet quiet voice. Kazara was looking up ahead to the forever grassy plains. Naruto turned to see what she was looking at, but there was nothing to see but the grassy plains. Naruto Koi? Kazara asked, uncertain. Naruto shot up from her lap, unhinged, and looked at Kazara with calm, almost alluring eyes. Yeah, Kazara? Naruto asked with a calm voice, but inwardly was freaking out. Did she need something? When you unseal me, what are you going to do? Kazara asked, looking at Naruto with a face of indifference. Naruto looked at her with curious eyes before chuckling. Well, obviously leave this hellhole and help you get your siblings, Naruto said with a small smile adorned on his face. Kazara sighed. What if I said you have to stay here so I can go look for my siblings by myself? Kazara asked, looking at Naruto with a glare. Naruto smiled sadly. Then you can go. You wouldn't be here in the seal. You'd be free to do what you want, Naruto stated, his hair shadowing his eyes. Kazara looked away and closed her eyes, before opening her eyes again and looking at Naruto and nodding. You should go now. Your sensei is coming. Kazara mumbled tiredly. Naruto smiled before nodding, giving Kazara a hug. Naruto sighed inwardly. Outside Mindscape, Naruto yawned and lifted his head. He already knew his hinge stayed on while he was asleep. Naruto looked around the classroom and saw both of his teammates looking with disbelief, well more Sakura than Sasuke. What? Naruto asked with a calm smile on his face. Sasuke shook his head, not believing that the blonde was calm. Before Sakura can open her mouth, the classroom door opened, and there stand a gravity-defying silver-haired man that had a mask covering his mouth and high-tie covering one eye. Imma call him Lazy Cyclops, was the first thing that Naruto thought as he saw the man's slouch position. My first impression of you guys is, you're boring, was the first thing to come out of Lazy Cyclops' mouth. Sasuke growled lowly. Sakura gasped, overdramatic I must add. and Naruto shouted in rage, "Meet me on the roof," Kakashi said before shunching away. Naruto inwardly sighed before grumbling incoherently and walking out of the classroom to the roof with Sasuke and Sakura in front. Sakura having a one-sided conversation and Sasuke walking faster to get away from her. Once the three fresh Genin got to the top, they all sat down in front of their new sensei. "Why don't we introduce ourselves?" Kakashi said with a smile. "Why don't you introduce yourself, Kakashi sensei, so we know how to?" Sakura suggested with a smile. Naruto inwardly sighed. "Well, my name is Kakashi Hatake. I like many things. I dislike many things. My hobbies are none of your concern, and my dreams, never thought about it." Kakashi said smiling, "All we know is his name," was the thought that went through Sakura and Sasuke's mind, while Naruto chuckled inwardly, though outwardly he face-faulted. "Now you Pinky," Kakashi said pointing at Sakura. "My name is Sakura Haruno, not Pinky," Sakura screeched. Naruto covered his ears and winced. Sasuke winced, and Kakashi sighed. "My likes are?" She glances at Sasuke and squeals. "My dislikes are Ino Pig and Naruto Baka. My hobbies are," looks at Sasuke and squeals loudly. "And my dreams too," looks at Sasuke, squeals, and blood drips from her nose. Sasuke grimaced and scooted away. Naruto looked depressed, and Kakashi sighed disappointed. "Now you duck butt," Kakashi said pointing at Sasuke. Naruto laughed loudly and Sasuke scowled, which led to Sakura squealing again. "My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like anything and I hate many things. My hobbies are training. My dream is not a dream but an ambition to kill a certain man." Sasuke spoke darkly. Sakura squealed. Kakashi looked at the Uchiha with indifference, and Naruto glared downwardly with his eyes shadowed with his hair. "Now you blondie," Kakashi said, turning his attention to the sun-blonde boy whose head shot up and smiled brightly before standing up with a thump point to his chest. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki Databayo. I like ramen, training, seals, food generally, foxes, and certain specimens. I dislike waiting 3 minutes for ramen to cook, people who can't tell the difference between a scroll and the kunai inside, people who try to get in the way of others' dreams, and rapist. My hobbies, that's not exactly something you need to know. But my dream? I want to become the strongest shinobi in Konohagakure in the world, then probably aim for Old Man Hokage's seat when I'm bored," Naruto said, smiling widely before laughing inwardly at the surprised looks he got. "You all have unique personalities. I will see you all tomorrow 7 in the morning at Training Ground 7 for your Genin test. I suggest not eating, you might throw up," Kakashi said and shunshin away before he got asked anything. Naruto chuckled inwardly before getting up and running away from the two silent teammates. Once Naruto got home, he made his way into Training Ground 44 to train in taijutsu and ninjutsu. Just because Naruto can use sealing for pretty much anything, he didn't want to slacken his hand-to-hand combat, ninjutsu, and control over his chakra. Next day, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze woke up at 6 in the morning and had a big breakfast and packed lunch as well, already knowing that he was going to have to since Kakashi was going. Naruto walked to the training ground and made it there at 8 a.m. And when he got there, he saw both Sakura and Sasuke there, tired, hungry, he assumes, and pissed. "Ohaya gozaimasu," Naruto shouted while running closer to them. Sasuke nods in acknowledgement, but Sakura didn't though. But thankfully Kakashi came before she can say anything. "Yo," Kakashi said with a one-eyed smile. Naruto smiled and Sasuke scowled. "You're late," Sakura screeched. Everyone covered their ears from the pink banshee. "We are now Team 7, Kakashi said before walking away. "Teamwork will have to do for now." Naruto was not angered easily, unless you count his mask of course, but other than that he was either easily amused or easily bored. So imagine doing about 6,070 drank missions that seems child's play to a jounin, or a umbu being done by Genin who seem to finish every other minute. While Naruto understands the fundamental value of drank missions, he doesn't exactly like them. Team 7 has done 83 drank missions in 2 weeks, simply because of Naruto's ability to attract and his ability to dedicate his time and effort into his missions. But like I said, Naruto Uzumaki isn't angered easily, but if he had to count the amount of times he was blamed for the parts that were failed on missions, or accused of doing nothing during missions and Uchiha or Haruno did it all, he was livid. "Welcome back, team," Sarutobi Hiruzen said, smiling at the team. Sasuke smirked. Sakura smiled politely. Kakashi one-eyed smile. and Naruto forced a big smile. Mission report Hatake. The third Hokage asked with a calm smile on his face. Kakashi cleared his throat and walked up. The mission to babysit Ms. Ami's daughter was successful. Sasuke made baby food and made sure to change the baby's diaper. Sakura played with the baby and made sure she fell asleep. I made sure that Sakura and Sasuke were doing everything right. Kakashi finished. Naruto sucked in a deep breath before reciting the mission the right way. The mission to babysit Ms. Ami's daughter was successful. Naruto and I smiled and greeted the client while Sasuke and Sakura walked into the house without greeting our client or the client's daughter. Naruto smiled and played with the baby and made sure she was entertained while I talked to the client. Naruto watched, cleaned, and fed the baby. Sasuke and Sakura stayed on the sidelines and did nothing. Naruto changed and put the baby to bed and made sure to take of her until the client, Ms. Ami, was back. Naruto thought irritated. Naruto looked at the old man with a scowl when he nodded with a frown before turning around to look at Naruto, who forced a big smile on his face. "You are all dismissed, Naruto. Stay," said Sarutobi. 3/4 of Team 7 left and Naruto smiled before waving bye to his team. Sasuke smirked and nodded towards Naruto. Sakura squealed and latched onto Sasuke's arm, and Kakashi sighed before waving leisurely at Naruto and walked out with the rest of the Team 7. Sigh Naruto. I saw your face twitch twice when Kakashi told the mission. So what happened during the mission? Sarutobi stated. Naruto sighed soft and explained what happened on the mission. You mean to tell me you were the one who watched her, not your two teammates? Sarutobi asked with a rise of an eyebrow. Naruto growled, frustrated, and gnawed. Naruto, although I would love to believe that, but you don't like kids, you pretty much demonstrated that on your second year of the academy. Sarutobi stated with a chuckle. Naruto growled loudly that even the third flinched ever so slightly. Naruto could even hear Kizara growl lowly within him. I knew the old man was senile, but stupid is crazy even for him. Kizara exclaimed within Naruto. Naruto inwardly nodded. The old man normally believes me when I actually speak up my frustrations to him. Naruto said inwardly. Naruto glared up at his Gigi no the third Hokage. Damn old man, I knew you were senile but not stupid. I rarely speak my frustrations to you, and you don't believe me just because of a stupid mistake almost 2 years ago. Naruto shouted while walking closer. Naruto heaved out a sigh before glaring again. Naruto-koi, just make him send out the umbu, and you put up a silencing seal. Kizara said with a small sad smile. Naruto took a couple of deep breaths and sat down on the ground. Hokage-sama, can you send out your umbu somi, and you can talk? Naruto demanded with a glare. Sarutobi winced when Naruto called him Hokage, but also before he said no. I rarely get this pissed about anything, Hokage-sama, so I'd listen if I were you. Naruto stated with a dead glare. Sarutobi winced again before signaling the umbu away. For umbu dropped down from their post and warily walked out of the Hokage's office. But one umbu with a cat mask stopped and glared at Naruto with her mask still on. Naruto looked at the girl with a cat mask with a look of indifference before smiling brightly. Don't worry, this'll be over in no time. And I, a mere Genin who is pretty much fresh out of the academy, knows not to attack the Hokage. I'm not stupid enough to do so either, Nekkakin. Naruto said, smiling with a fox-like grin. Nico mask girl sighed and walked away from the Genin and out of the Hokage's office. Naruto waited until the door was closed before walking up to it and put up 3 seals. 1, the silencing seal, no one can hear in or out. Barrier seal, so pretty much anything that gets destroyed will be repaired the moment the seal is down. Lock seal, as if the name isn't clear enough, it's for keeping anyone from coming in or out, and the only ones to be able to take it off is Naruto himself, Kizara, or someone with overpowering chakra reserves that's equal to the Roku. Liu. 6. Buji. Hokage-sama. What I'm about to show you is in strength secret, understand? Naruto stated more than asked. Sarutobi winced but nodded silently. I've been hiding a secret from you. Not one I regret really, but a secret none the least. Naruto said without looking at Sarutobi as he pondered the thought. Sarutobi sighed and frowned deeply from the statement. Well, first and most important thing is that I'm not 12, I'm 17. Naruto said, looking at Sarutobi with a small smile. Sarutobi raised an eyebrow at Naruto. How would that be possible? The Kyuubi no Kitsune attack was only 12 years ago. Sarutobi asked with an confused expression. Naruto smiled a fox-like smile. Well, First of all, the Kyuubi no Kitsune attack was 17 years ago, but a seal that was created by someone and recreated by me was placed. Naruto explained vaguely. Sarutobi raised an eyebrow. And this seal does what? Because I think I would remember the day the fourth Hokage had died. Sarutobi stated with a tired side. Naruto smiled softly. The seal, or more like seals someone had placed on me, was 1. A restriction seal stopped my growth and had an effect of stopping people of being suspicious of why I'm not 17. 2. A seal was also placed on my chakra reserves and made them an abomination and a pain to control. 3. And as to why I didn't tell you was so I can go ahead and train and not have you stop me. Also, side note, being in this team gave me 2 months of practicing my seals, meaning I'm pretty much a seal master. Naruto explained with a thoughtful look. And before the Hokage can deny Naruto's statement. Kai, Naruto whispered softly. There was clouds of smoke covering the area before a teenaged boy no man that came in view. He had limp but slightly spiked blonde hair, cold blue eyes, a well-structured face with 3 whisker-like scars, a lean body structure, pink lips set in a small frown, and a nice outfit consist of black jeans with a white button-up and blue hoodie with a kanji sign for 9. To say Sarutobi Hiruzen was surprised was an understatement. The small blonde-haired boy he knew was actually this young man, who seems to look at him almost expectantly, almost. Now that this is to the surface, let me say I know my parents are Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. Also, I know that the Kyuubi no Kitsune is inside of me. Let's just say she's not a big problem, and she's more helpful than ruthless like you, and all the villagers assume her to be. Naruto said, smiling and walking up to Sarutobi's desk and put his hands on the Hokage's desk and leaned forward. Don't worry, I'm not pissed about you hiding my heritage. That one was understandable. But the fact that you gave me a crappy apartment is another thing. I can call it home, but the fact that my parents had a backup plan for living arrangements if they weren't here to take care of me because they were dead is what pisses me off. You put me in the red light district, the place of most crimes, and people who hated me. My parents said to give me their mansions, but to take out all of their pictures so I couldn't find out, and to also put an illusion barrier to hide the fact that it was their mansions. My parents wanted me to live in luxury while they were dead, yet you put me in the red light district, old man. Naruto said, glaring at the third Hokage. Sarutobi winced when Naruto said that. Naruto sighed soft. But I don't care about that, because if I did grow up in luxury, I'd be like Sasuke, or I wouldn't be like I am now, so I'm fine with that. Naruto stated with an irritated grunt. Sarutobi sighed sadly. Also, I also would like to have my own Jounin sensei because Kakashi is not doing me any good. Not because he's lazy, much of the fact that he understands that we can't do squat shit with each other properly. That and the fact he's picking favorites with the Uchiha, Naruto explained while he walked over to a couch in the Hokage's office and sat down. Asterisk sigh asterisk to much evidence to say you're lying. And 1. Yeah, I can get you a Jounin teacher. Her name is Mitarashi Anko. She was actually going to take the Jounin examination to be Jounin in a month, but I guess you will be her training. 2. You were considered a civilian, so the civilian council had control on what to do with you, so they refused to acknowledge that you were Minato's son and didn't give you your parents' mansions. 3. Until the Chunin exams, you are to keep your visual appearance hidden. Until then, only you who finds trustworthy people of knowing who you are will get to know. Only if you allow it. I won't say anything out of respect. 4. I'm sorry I didn't fight hard for your protection as of living conditions and rights, Naruto, Sarutobi said with utmost sincerity. Naruto chuckled before getting up and walking to the door and putting on his hinge. I'd call Ankakan soon then, and also you will tell Team 7 of my resignment when they don't see me but someone else. Also, I will be here tomorrow morning to meet my new sensei. She will be the luck one to know of my actual appearance and skill, since I was lowering my skills to make my fake idiocy. Naruto explained with a small chuckle at the end. Sarutobi sighed before chuckling. I will see you tomorrow morning, Naruto, Sarutobi said, smiling gently. Naruto nodded before taking the seals off the room and shunshin away. What am I going to do with your son? Kushina? Minato, Sarutobi said softly to himself before groaning irritatedly. Next morning, Naruto woke up with a yawn and looked to his right slowly when feeling something soft on his arm and soft breathes on his neck. It was Kazara, who was hugging onto Naruto's arm and face snuggled into Naruto's neck with a small smile on her face. Naruto chuckled before kissing her forehead. "Oh, Kirv Kazarakan," Naruto whispered into the vixen's ear. Kazara groaned softly before fluttering her eyes open. Ohio Naruto-koi. Kazara mumbled tiredly before sitting up and rubbing the tired out of her eyes. I know you're confused, but let me explain the situation before you jump to conclusions. Naruto and Kazara were confused and curious about Naruto's white chakra and decided to test it out, and after 4 years of testing, Naruto Uzumaki had found out many things about his pure white chakra, like it keeps him alive and the fact it refuses to let harm to happen. Example: if Naruto was stabbed in the heart, his white chakra would instantly bring him back to life. So Naruto is pretty much immortal. Also, since it kept him alive after being stabbed to his death, Naruto assumed and tested the theory of extraction of Kazara, and like he suspected, it kept him alive, and now Kazara lives with him because he's strong enough to protect both of them, cares for her physically, mentally, and emotionally, and she likes Naruto. Also, the unsealing happened after Kazara's little meltdown about wanting to find her siblings on her own. And if you were wondering, yes, they felt stupid. It took 2 years to notice Naruto can unseal Kazara, and they promised that they will get Kazara's siblings soon. Not now, but soon. I'm going to the old man's office to meet my new sensei today. Also, Kazara, I had a clone make breakfast and another clone to do what you please with it, so have fun today, my beautiful vixen. Naruto said with a calm smile. Kazara blushed before nodding and looked at Naruto expectantly. Naruto chuckled as he approached Kazara, dropping his hinge to reveal his true self. He leaned in and placed a gentle kiss on her lips. As he began to pull away, Kazara cupped his cheeks, drawing him closer and deepening the kiss. Naruto held onto her and lightly brushed her lips, and she responded with a warm smile, allowing the tender moment to continue. Naruto pulled away before he went too far. As much as I'd like to stay here and cause you trouble in every possible way, I have to go meet my new Jounin sensei, Naruto said, smiling widely before laughing at the pout that appeared onto Kazara's face. I'll see you whenever. Okay, my beautiful vixen, Naruto said with a small smile adorned on his face. Kazara sighed softly before nodding. Yeah, okay. I'll see you whenever, Naruto-koi. Kazara mumbled tiredly before laying down and getting under the crimson-colored blanket. Naruto smiled at the scene before walking to his closet and getting changed into black sweatpants that stopped mid-calves with orange cuffs, a white shirt with a hoodie, the hood being orange, the hoodie black with the kanji sign for 9 on his back in orange. Naruto looked at the side of his bed where his short dresser was before walking to it and opening the top drawer and grabbed a ruler-long cylinder and butted in one of the loops on his utility belt that held 2 black daggers which were sheath and a long black katana which was also sheath. Naruto also seems to have a couple of scrolls on his utility belt. See you whenever, Kazarakin, Naruto whispered before kissing the sleeping vixen's cheek and Shunshin by the Hokage's window. Naruto hinges and jumps through the window with a smile when he sees a purple-haired female, the Hokage, his esteem, and a black-haired kid with pale skin having a very heated argument. Oh hey, Ajiji, Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely at the Hokage. Sarutobi sighed. Good morning to you, to Naruto-kun. I was just talking to your old sensei and your new sensei, Sarutobi said, frowning. Naruto smiled and nodded at the Hokage. You can't just switch a Genin with another Genin. Hokage-sama, Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto has been together for too long, and switching us will disrupt their teamwork, Kakashi said, looking agitated with the thought. Naruto inwardly shook his head in disappointment at his ex-sensei. Hatake, I'm assigning Naruto to a new Jounin sensei, and you have no right to tell me what to do, Sarutobi said calmly. Kakashi didn't let up though. But Anko is only a Tokubetsu Jonin. She's only meant to teach academy students, Kakashi exclaimed, even more agitated. Sarutobi sighed, irritated. That is why Naruto will be in Kosen's Jounin test. If Naruto isn't learning anything from Anko within the time length of 6 months, which is the Chunin exams, then she fails and will continue to teach academy students. I decided this when Naruto made the complaint about your favoritism toward the Uchiha Hatake. I'm doing this for Naruto's sake because the boy has plenty of talent to be a prodigy but is being held back because of you, Sarutobi stated with an irritated grunt. Anko was surprised that Naruto was her test, but Anko also believes that the Hokage's only doing this because Naruto told him to. She was impressed. Naruto has horrible chakra control, and only I can help with that, Kakashi said with a small glare. Naruto's eyes widened in disbelief before glaring. And how would you know that, Hatake? You never tried to teach me to know that much, Naruto said with a cold, dead glare. Sasuke winced at the glare. Sakura felt a shiver go up her spine as well as Kakashi. I'll have you know I practiced my chakra control before I was on your team, Hatake, and because of that I already know how to water walk as well as tree walking, and since my chakra reserves are too big to work with, I started the waterfall exercise. Naruto said with a low growl. Sarutobi was surprised as well as Anko and Kakashi. Narita Baka, stop lying. You don't have to lie to Hokage-sama about your abilities, so you can do this prank on our sensei? Sakura screeched with a scowl, and with that being said the room seemed to drop below 0 degrees Celsius. Naruto growled rather loudly when Sakura said that, and everyone instantly knew that the pink-haired screeching banshee crossed the line. Well, everyone but herself. Listen her, you useless, pink-haired disappointment of a kunoichi. I don't lie when it comes to my progression and learning, unlike you useless. That damn crush I had on you was fake. Just like your personality. Also, I suggest you stop being useless and dumbass fangirl, because I recently been thinking if not all the times you can die in drank missions, and those aren't even escort missions. So stop hopping on and get some real skill, cause your uselessness is not a good one. Naruto growled out and got louder in volume while saying this. Anko couldn't help it and laughed out loud when Naruto said that. Naruto looked at his new jounin teacher with a small smile, signifying that Naruto had just calmed down drastically from his anger. Naruto, as much as I want to agree, I can't because I'm Hokage, so behave. Anko, you and Naruto can go ahead and go to your training grounds and start as a team duo, have fun. And Naruto, you make sure you learn something. See you too when you want your first mission, Sarutobi said with a small smile on his face before signaling for the two to go. Training Ground 44. Well, Gaki, I'm your new jounin sensei. My name is Anko Mitarashi. Anko said with a wide grin on her face. Naruto nodded. Hello, Anko-san. I'm your first Genin. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto said with a small smile on his face. Okay, Gaki, tell me your likes, your dislikes, hobbies, and dreams, Anko said while sitting crisscross in front of Naruto. Naruto followed in prosuda. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, training, seals. Oh, I love seals. Also dango on occasions, foxes, and certain specimens. My dislikes are people who can't tell the difference between a scroll and the kunai inside, people who dislikes dango or ramen, people that try to get in the way of others' dreams, ramen, and rapist. My hobbies are training, reading, making new seals, flirting, although I don't do that often, talking to my beautiful vixen Kazara, and other things that you do not need to know. My dream, well, let's just say for now, I don't have one other than being the strongest shinobi in Konohagakure in the world. And I will probably aim for Old Man Hokage's seat when I'm bored and have the time, Naruto said, smiling widely before looking at Anko, expecting her to laugh or be shocked like Kakashi and his ex-teammates, but was surprised when she ruffled his hair. That's a great dream, Gaki, and I will do my best to train you enough to help at least start you off, Anko said with a small smile on her face. Naruto blushed slightly before dunking his head and nodded in appreciation. Well, you know my name, Anko Mitarashi. My likes are dango as well, training, hanging out with Kurani Yuhi, Hana Inazuka, and Yugao Yuzuki, and I like torturing and interrogating people. It's my job. My dislikes are rapist, perverts, the snake Sannin Orochimaru, and when people can't tell the difference between the student and the teacher. My hobbies: training, eating dango, hanging with my friends, and reading. My dream is to make sure people don't fall prey to evil people, Anko said, smiling widely. Naruto looked at Anko with admiration and respect. Well, Gaki, let's get training, Anko exclaimed, smiling widely. Naruto shot up from his spot and saluted his new sensei. Hi, Anko sensei. 2 months later, Anko Mitarashi and her new Gaki were the top duo team. The student and teacher duo had done 100 drank missions their first week with each other. With Naruto shadow clones, it wasn't very hard. They also did 65 cranks, 50 branks, 45 ranks, and Anko was happy that the two of them did at least 10 strengths within the full 2 months. And it wasn't like Naruto was hard to teach or train because he sucked up information like a sponge. It didn't take long for the student and the teacher duo to make name for themselves with how well they work with each other. They were called the Misfits. The two Misfits liked the name and rolled with it. The Misfits were settled down at a barbecue restaurant with Yugao Yuzuki and Hana Inazuka. Kurani was busy with her team, so they can improve their skills. So Naruto, who's the lucky girl we hear you supposedly dating? Hana teased. Naruto looked up at Hana from the top rim of his cup. Hana-chan, I don't kiss and tell, Naruto said with a small smirk when he put his cup down Anko and Yugao laughed at that. Naruto was never one to give a clear reply when it came to his love life. He's only 12 years old. Hannah, leave the boy alone. Yugao said with a small chuckle. Hannah huffed and grumbled, irritated. Also, another thing, Naruto already dropped his hinge and explained to Anko what this whole changing sensei thing was about. Also, he explained who Kazara was after a month of being a duo team. Let's just say dating two beautiful women at the same time has always been a men's dream, and Naruto is the lucky man to experience it. As the four talked to each other about missions that they had, who they had to work with, a Umbu came and walked up to the misfits. Anko Mitarashi and Naruto Uzumaki, you have been called by Hokage-sama, has called you for an urgent matter. The Umbu shinobi said passively. Naruto and Anko looked at each other with the same sadistic smile. Oh, the fun they are going to have messing with the people who screwed themselves over on this mission. The misfits looked at the Umbu with a sadistic smile before the both shunshin away from the barbecue and started hopping roof to roof towards the Hokage's office. Hello, Gigi. Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely before laughing when he saw the Hokage jump slightly and grab his chest. Whoa, don't die now, Gigi. I don't want to have to clean you if you die and desiccate yourself. Naruto said with a grimace. Anko laughed out loud when Naruto said that. What do you want, old man? Me and the Gaki were in the middle of eating and hanging out with our friends. Anko said with a small scowl. And if you are wondering, yes, Anko was influenced by the way Naruto addresses the Hokage. The two misfits seem to influence what the other does, like Naruto being now sadistic and a little more brash, and Anko being more of a prankster and uncaring to what people say about her, important or not. I need you two to go assist Kakashi's team. Their mission to the land of the wave had turned from a crank to a brank or lower rank. Sarutobi explained, but grimaced when he saw Naruto with a sadistic fox-like smile and Anko with sadistic snake-like smile. Oh, this is going to be fun. Naruto and Anko said in sync with a little malice and excitement. I'm going to regret this. Sarutobi thought while shifting uncomfortably when the two said that. We'll leave in 20 minutes, Naruto. Make sure to grab anything that is needed for this mission. Anko ordered. Naruto nodded and made his way to jump out the window before turning around. Anko sensei, make sure to bring Dango for the trip. Naruto said, smiling widely. Anko nods. Don't worry, Gaki, I won't. Anko said with a small smile on her face. Naruto nodded before jumping out the window and disappeared before even dropping down. Anko smiled widely and followed in pursuit. I made the right choice in putting those two together. Sarutobi mumbled with a small smile on his face before sighing and glaring at his multiplying paperwork. 20 minutes later, the misfits were jumping through the trees with smiles on their faces and weapons in hand. The two misfits thought it would be smart to look up information about the land of the wave before actually going to Team Kakashi, and it was a smart thing too. Turns out Gato was the one behind everything, so they decided to go to him first and steal important thing. When I say important, I mean Naruto put a seal on the important files and money before the two misfits decided to assassinate some of Gato's goons who were part of the backstabbing of Zabuza and his partner Haku. Gaki were almost there. Let's pick up the pace. Anko shouted over to Naruto with a small smirk. Naruto smiled before nodding and speeding off. Keep up if you can, Anko can. Naruto said, then turned around and sticking out his tongue at her before turning back around and disappearing with a flash of yellow. Bring it on, Gaki. Anko exclaimed, smiling widely before also disappearing away in a flash of purple. The two lovers and teammates laughed as they jumped through the trees and ran across the big plain of water. I'm winning this. Anko and Naruto shouted in sync as they go back on land and jumped through the trees with blinding speed. Finished. Naruto exclaimed, smiling widely before laughing at the pout that appeared Anko's face. No fair, you cheated. Anko mumbled out, irritated. Naruto smirked mischievously. I didn't cheat, you're just slow. Naruto said with arrogance before turning around and walking across the unfinished bridge of the wave country. Anko glared at the back of Naruto's head before a sadistic smile appeared on her face. I wonder what Kazara say about your arrogance. After all, she did say she hated it because it reminds her of a certain man she despises. Naruto froze and turned sickly pale when Anko said that sentence. Well, I can tell her when we get to Tazuna House by Snake Summon, Anko said with a shrug. Naruto stopped completely as Anko moved in front. Anko smirked. Head got you, Gaki. Anko thought smuggle before hearing a poef sound as if a clone has been popped. What mf? Anko shouted before being cut off as she's pushed up against a nearby tree and kissed roughly. Naruto leaned in and kissed Anko deeply, their lips moving in sync as he took the lead. Anko's resolve softened quickly, her affection for him making it impossible to resist the moment. "I think not, Anko-heim," Naruto whispered huskily into Anko's ear. A shiver went down Anko's spine at the tone Naruto used, rough and seductive. Naruto backed away far enough until his forehead rested on hers and body still flushed against hers. "Watashi no Ojo Yasuko, Kazara o Ashia to Kudasai. Watashi wa nada inai kangan shinade kudasai." Translation: My Princess Anko, please don't tell Kazara, I beg you. Naruto pleaded. Anko's face went bright red before she nodded. "Two won't tell Kazara," Anko said with a stutter. Naruto smiled with appreciation. "Thank you, my Anko-heim. Now shouldn't we get going?" Naruto said, smiling widely, and hinged back to his other personality. Naruto, instead of wearing his kill-me orange jumpsuit, was wearing a black Konoha high tied around his neck loosely, a black umbu mid-sleeve shirt with the red Uzumaki swirl on his shoulders, crimson red open sweater with a orange number 9 on his back and one small orange 9 over the left side chest, crimson red umbu shorts, and black ninja sandals. Naruto hair was also in a ponytail. Everything else, like his fake height, fake age, and fake personality, were the same. Anko sighed disappointed before nodding and speeding up to catch up with Naruto, who brought out a sealing paper and started writing. 10 minutes later, Naruto and Anko made it to Tezuna's house in record time. "So Gaki, how long did it get us here?" Anko asked before she knocked on the door. Naruto looked up from his practice seal before a thoughtful look crossed his face. 45 minutes. 1 hour if you're counting the tree incident," Naruto said with a nod and small smirk. Anko blushed before smacking Naruto in the back of his head. Anko huffed and then knocked on the door to Tezuna's house. Naruto smiled brightly at the woman who opened the door, and Anko kept a face of indifference. "Konnichiwa, you must be Tezuna's daughter, am I right?" Naruto asked with a calm smile on his face. The woman nodded with a wary frown. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki Databeo, and my sensei and I are here for backup for Team 7. You know the man gray hair, Kakashi, duck hair. Nah, I meant duck ass, Sasuke. A smiling gay pale guy, Sai, and a pink-haired bubblegum bitch Sakura," Naruto said, smiling widely before laughing at the face of shock that crossed the bridge builder's daughter's face. And Anko was laughing too, obviously. "Come in, there sitting in the dining room talking." Naruto and Anko walked into the bridge builder's house expecting a bruised bunch. They did not see a bruised bunch, but they did see a silver-haired sensei bruised a bunch. Naruto and Anko stopped to look at Kakashi, then each other, then Kakashi again before putting a hand over their mouths to cover up their laughter. But both failed miserably as they started laughing their asses off. "You Kashikin," Anko said through giggles. Naruto coughed a little to stop his laughter. "Okay, Kashikin, we are here to assist you and your team. We don't want to be here long, so let's make this quick, okay?" Naruto said with an all-too-sweet smile. Kakashi took the warning lightly, but nodded the least. Naruto turned to his ex-teammates and looked at them calculative before turning to his girlfriend and whispered in her ear. The three Genin looked at the pair, Sasuke with annoyance, Sakura with envy, and Sai with curiosity. Anko made a sound of displeasure when Naruto had whispered in her ear. Naruto grunted before continuing on with his whispers in Anko's ear. "Fine," Anko finally said with a small whine that only Kakashi and Naruto heard. Kakashi looked at her suspiciously while Naruto chuckled with a smirk. Anko turned to the three Genins with a sadistic grin. "Better start running. Anko-sensei doesn't like nuisances like you three." Naruto warned the three Genins, looked at the sadistic smile appearing on Anko's face before running when she summoned a large snake. "Naruto, why are you two here? I feel like you and Anko aren't really here to assist," Kakashi said, voice voided of emotion. Naruto looked at him with a small smile and a raised eyebrow. "No, we're really here to assist your team. Hokage's orders. The old man regrets it as is, but sent us two none the least," Naruto explained with a serious face before giving a small smile. Kakashi nodded slowly. "Also, I'm assigned to heal you, so you can be prepared to fight against Zabuza," Naruto explained with a small smile on his face. Walking closer, Naruto hovered his hand over Kakashi's leg and gold chakra ignited and healed his leg quickly. Naruto put press to see if he'd get a response. When not hearing one, he moved to his arm, and I doing the same, just not adding pressure to his eye. "They're all healed, Kashikin," Naruto said with a bright smile. Kakashi looked at him in disbelief, not believing the boy who he said was bad at chakra control healed him with perfect chakra control. 6 hours later, Naruto sighed tiredly as he sat on the cool grass beneath him. The wind blows gently, making the tree's leaves dance a slow dance on a barked stem dance floor. Naruto's glowing blue eyes gazed up at the starry night sky with a tranquil stare. Taking a deep breath, Naruto thought back to his vixen, Kazara. Naruto's smile softened from his usual gobsmacked smile. Naruto knew he loved the vixen for a long time and actually didn't mind not knowing how he feels for someone without knowing what love feels like. To be honest, I never really knew love before I met you, Naruto thought, but shook his head. He shouldn't be thinking about her right now. He's on a mission and he'll only end up distracted. Naruto slapped his cheeks lightly before standing up. I have some deals to deal out. Deals to deal out. Naruto nodded, determination burning fiercely in his shimmering blue eyes. Looking back at Tezuna's house, Naruto turned away and dashed into the forest. The very next morning, bellowing winds danced soundlessly around the tree's leaves, creating a mellow scenery as the grass dances along with the leaves. Naruto woke up with dully glowing blue eyes that gazed upon the white ceiling in his shared room with the male ninjas in the house. But the only problem is that he couldn't feel his love's chakra, or Team 7's chakra either. Naruto sat up quickly when he heard yelling. With an annoyed sigh, Naruto stood up wearing nothing but burned orange boxers with black lining. Not feeling all that need to get dressed, Naruto unsealed a sword in his hand and rested the katana lazily over his shoulder as he walked out the bedroom with only boxers on and down the stairs into the living room/dining room. You heard your mom. Brat, leave before I kill you. The man's rough voice said, anger evident in his voice. Inori looked at the two bandits with a fire of determination before running at them with a shout and biting the bandit that held his mother. The brown-haired man let out a yelp of surprise and let Tsunami escape his hold and run and protect Inori. Damn, Brat, I'm going to... The brown-haired man was cut off by Naruto yawning, loudly, catching the two bandits, Tsunami and Inori, attention. Tsunami blushed when she saw Naruto in nothing but his boxers. Inori looked as if hope was brought, and the two bandits looked even more irritated by his presence. You're not going to hurt the boy or the woman in any shape, size, or form, Naruto said evenly, his voice having a threatening undertone to it. Naruto walked in front of the pair and gave a quick look over of both of them. Naruto saw a bruise form on Tsunami's wrist, and his anger showed evidently on his face. Why, you hurt her, Naruto said demonically as he glared harshly at the two now cowering bandits. Naruto made a quick movement of his right hand which held his sword before setting his sword back on his right shoulder, his hair shadowing his eyes. A few seconds later, blood seeped through both bandits' shirts. Both touched their chest to see that Naruto had to slit their chest. Both bandits dropped dead to the floor from too much blood loss. Naruto made 4 clones. 2 of you take care of the bodies. The other 2 make sure you keep Tsunami-chan and Inorkan safe. Naruto ordered quickly before kissing Tsunami's bruised wrist and giving Inori a proud smile. With that done, Naruto ran to find Team 7 and his love. With the others, Anko scowled at the man and boy in front of her. Sasuke was in a death-like state. Bubblegum bitch is crying hysterically over Sasuke's body. Hatake was getting exhausted from fighting Zabuza for so long. And Anko wasn't doing anything because Kakashi didn't need help. So she was the whole entire ordeal with a frown. Anko-chan. A cheerful Naruto shouted, why the hell are you not wearing any clothes? Anko yelled incredulously, looking at Naruto like he was insane. She wasn't the only one. Zabuza and Kakashi stopped fighting completely to look at Naruto, who was still in his boxers. Sai smiled. Sakura gaped at a no-shirt Naruto with a blush. Haku looked with a blush, and Sasuke was still in a death-like state. Naruto looked down before looking back up. Zabuza, I got a deal for you, Naruto said with a smile. Zabuza looked at the Naruto suspiciously before speaking. What is it, brat? Naruto looked over to the pretty brown hair female. Your pretty little friend there was in contact with a friend of mine, Sasuke Uchiha. They became something akin to friends. Naruto stayed walking closer with a shrug. So what? What does this have to do? My friend is a security risk and he made a friend with the enemy. Become a Konoha ninja, Naruto said with a smile. Everyone gaped at his words. Don't worry about the Hokage, I can convince him to make you and Haku Konoha ninja with one sentence. Naruto said with a mega-what smile. Haku and Zabuza looked at each other. Why not? Naruto, you can't just bring people in. Yeah, his plan kind of failed. Naruto looked at the Hokage with a small smile. Sasuke is a security risk and Haku made Sasuke feel okay emotionally, meaning we can have her as Sasuke watch or friend, the latter sounding better. As Naruto explains this, Anko walked around the room bored. She was listening to what they were saying, and Naruto brings up a good point. Sasuke is a security risk. Why not keep someone who will secure that risk? And if you're worried about Zabuza, put him on probation for 6 months. Also, I highly doubt he would leave anywhere without Haku. She's like Zabuza's daughter. So that's also securing another great ninja. I don't see the problem. And if you're worried about the council, tell them to shut the hell up and that this village is a dictatorship, not a democracy. Naruto finished speaking as he looked at Sarutobi with passive eyes, not giving him entry into his emotions. Hiruzen looked at Naruto with wide eyes before sighing, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." Haku and Zabuza, who were still in the room, looked at Naruto surprised. Also, Zabuza and Haku will be living with me in the Uzumaki compound, Naruto said before turning around and walking away. Zabuza, Anko, and Haku following in pursuit. Hiruzen looked at the closed door with tired eyes before scowling at it. "I'm getting too old for this shit." Sarutobi looked at the growing paperwork with passive eyes. "I need to pass the hat to someone soon, cause I really am getting too old for this." Hiruzen thought, "Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed exploring this what if with me. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more videos like this. Your support truly makes a difference, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more.